All right, guys. We have some very disturbing footage of what is rumored to be some type of alien entity or bacteria that a man who goes by the name of Kin apparently found in Panama's Pedregal district. His video has been making the rounds online. Inside that safe is what looks like a black, tentacle-like organism, shifting and pulsing as if it's alive. The man who filmed it says it came from a meteorite he found in Panama. Some people believe him. Others say it's just a fungus, or maybe even a hoax. Either way, millions have watched his story unfold, and he's been documenting it all on his TikTok page. It all started on August 29th, when a man who goes by Kin claimed he discovered a small, silver-colored rock inside a fiery crater in the Pedregal district of Panama. He called it a meteorite. In his first videos, he placed leaves against the rock, and they appeared to burn on contact. That got people wondering if it was radioactive. A week later, from small cracks in the rock, oily, tentacle-like growths began to push their way out. At first, they were thin, almost like strands of fungus. But they didn't stop. Day by day, the growth stretched further, twisting and curling as though they were searching for something. What started as a few dark lines soon spread across the entire surface of the rock. Within just a few days, the silver stone was barely visible at all. The massive tentacles grew thicker, blacker, and more tar-like in appearance. It seemed to be feeding off its surroundings, expanding larger and larger until the rock itself was completely engulfed. Kin described it as if the meteorite had given birth to something alive, something that was no longer just attached to the rock, but becoming its own separate organism. Kin said the growth became too much to handle, so he locked it away in a safe. According to him, it reacts to light, growing faster whenever it's exposed. In one post, he admitted he was scared, even thinking at one point it might have escaped. When exposed to light, the organism seems to react. The tentacles stretch and pulse, almost rhythmically, as if responding to some invisible signal. It doesn't move all at once, but in waves, parts of the mass tightening and releasing, while others shift and curl outward. In some moments, it almost looks like breathing, slow, steady, deliberate. Kin claimed this was why he kept it hidden away. He said whenever he shined a light on it, the growth accelerated, that it only felt safe when the room was completely dark. Watching closely, the movements don't feel random. They give the impression of something alive, something adjusting to its environment. Whether it's a plant, a fungus, or something else entirely, the footage is unsettling because it behaves like it has purpose. At the end of the day, we're left with nothing but the footage. No lab results, no scientific confirmation, and no official record of a meteorite falling in Panama. Just a series of clips showing a strange, pulsing growth locked away in a safe. I wonder if whatever this thing is has any correlation to those rabbits that were growing tentacles out of their face a couple months ago. But who knows? Whether this footage is real or not, it's definitely disturbing and creepy. Kin has just dropped another unsettling video, and this one feels darker than ever. He appears visibly stressed, sweating profusely. The look on Kin's face suggests he's not just playing games. The stress, the fear, it all feels real. And while skeptics still claim it's a hoax, nobody has proven anything yet. But in this new video, Kin shows a clear view of how massive this creature has become, and it's beginning to get out of control. At first I thought he was pulling a hoax, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe Kin has discovered something that is beyond this world. Inside, the creature has grown to an enormous size, thrashing and shifting and pulsing, almost as if it's trying to escape its container. For nearly 2 minutes, the footage lingers on this grotesque being moving within the icebox before Kin slams the lid shut and frantically weighs it down with 2 cinder blocks. Not to mention Kin's latest caption has everyone rattled. On this post, he wrote, "What you always want, see it. Every day it smells worse. It smells like burnt, a totally strange thing, which grows and grows, without knowing that it is decomposition. For me, you will never see the sun."
An official statement has now been released by the Metropolitan Natural Park. The announcement, translated from Spanish, directly addresses the claims made by Kin's viral TikTok videos, which have captivated hundreds of thousands of viewers worldwide. In these videos, Kin documented what he described as the crash of a meteorite in the area of Bunker 1002, also known as El Castillo. From the meteorite, he claimed to have released a strange, black, alien-like substance that seemed alive, growing and even moving independently. His footage sparked international fascination, but also alarm. The new statement from the authorities categorically denies everything. According to the official release, there was no meteorite, no extraterrestrial presence, and no event of this nature in the Metropolitan Natural Park. They emphasized that the bunker is a restricted area, closed to the public, and that unauthorized entry is both unsafe and a violation of the park's regulations. Many who have followed Kin's story closely believe the announcement itself is evidence of a cover-up. To them, the timing is too convenient. Just as Kin's videos began gaining global traction, and as discussions about the strange black substance intensified, authorities stepped in with a sweeping denial. Viewers noted that rather than silencing the speculation, the denial only fueled suspicion. If there truly was nothing in the park, they asked, why release such a strong statement urging people to stay away from the bunker? Theories quickly began circulating online. Some suggested that the authorities want the area clear of curious visitors so they can quietly retrieve the substance without being filmed. Others speculated that the creature Kin described might have escaped, and that officials are desperately trying to secure it before it spreads beyond containment. The restricted nature of the bunker only added fuel to the mystery. Why is this area closed to the public, and what exactly is being stored or hidden there? Kin himself has not wavered in his updates. He has continued to insist that what he discovered is real, and that the black entity was released into the wild. His claim that he has been approached by mysterious figures asking him to hand over the meteorite and its contents resonates strongly with those who already distrust official explanations. To many, the combination of Kin's warnings, his raw video evidence, and now the government's denial paints a clear picture. Something remarkable has been found, and steps are being taken to keep it out of public view. The public response has become a global phenomenon. Online discussions are divided into camps. The extraterrestrial camp points to the way the substance moves independently, as if with intent, arguing it cannot be explained by ordinary biology. The biological camp insists that it may be an undiscovered life form from Earth itself, perhaps carried inside the meteorite but still terrestrial in origin. The technological camp raises the possibility of it being engineered material, something far beyond current human science. No matter the theory, the central point remains the same. The substance is extraordinary, and denying its existence only strengthens the belief that its importance is being deliberately concealed. This situation mirrors countless stories throughout history where unusual discoveries vanish once officials become involved. From mysterious aerial phenomena to strange creatures, there is a long-standing perception that governments quickly classify and control anything that could disrupt conventional understanding of the world. To those who subscribe to this belief, the Metropolitan Natural Park statement fits the pattern perfectly. It urges calm, dismisses the discovery, and warns the public to stay away, all while leaving unanswered questions about what really lies in the bunker. For Kin's followers, the fact that he had to hide the entity in a safe, fearing it would be taken, is already proof of its significance. Each new video he posts attracts millions of views, and with each denial from officials, his credibility grows in the eyes of his audience. If the story were false, they argue, why would authorities go to such lengths to refute it? Why not simply ignore it? Instead, their emphatic denial and their request for people to avoid the area only heightens the intrigue. The ongoing mystery has become about more than just the black substance itself. It is now a story about secrecy, control, and the possibility that something extraordinary lies just beyond public reach. Whether extraterrestrial, biological, or technological, the entity represents the unknown, and the unknown always stirs both fear and wonder. The public's imagination has been captured, and for many, the denial has only strengthened their determination to seek the truth. Word of Kin's release of the strange black entity spread like wildfire, and almost immediately a new chapter of the story began. people planning to go to the site to film, document and, if possible, capture more footage of the creature. For many viewers who had watched Kin's videos from the start, the official denials only intensified conviction that something real was happening. Within hours, crowdsourcing threads, social posts and private messages began to coordinate informal recon missions, while local residents quietly uploaded their own footage of the perimeter and approaches around the bunker.
All right, guys, we might have just caught the Panama aliens' big brother over in London. This thing was spotted in the skies above Hornchurch, and it looks almost identical to the viral Kin Panama creature on TikTok. Except this one, witnesses say it was the size of an airplane. The user posted three 3-second videos of what his alleged family member captured on video.
No, what is that?
It's moving.
Okay. That is mad. Oh my god. Okay.
People are showing up to his house, harassing Kin and his family, demanding interviews. And in this video, you can tell that he is visibly upset and scared. I went ahead and translated the audio to English. Take a look at this.
It's difficult to have privacy now. People keep yelling at my house. They're saying, Kin, come out. We want an interview. I tell them I don't want an interview. I'm now running away from my house. I don't know what they want. I'm going to have to close this. I don't know. It's out of control. My family is in danger. They are recording me. They are recording my house. I feel like the entire planet is after me. This is getting dangerous. My security is in danger. There are guys outside my house and they won't take no for an answer. Before, people didn't want to know what I found. And no, there are too many people. No, I'm shutting this down.
This is where the story begins to fracture the border between mystery and nightmare. Because now, it is not only the footage that people are scrutinizing, it is Kin himself. Viewers of his most recent video have begun to point out something strange in his eyes. If you freeze the frame, if you study the screenshot closely, you'll notice it. A shadow, a dark blemish, nestled in the white of his eye. It looks like something else, something unnatural, as though the very thing he discovered has not merely terrified him, but has begun to take hold of him. The comments fill with speculation. Some believe Kin is paranoid because of the relentless attention, and that any man, under siege at his own home, would begin to crack.
Residents who live within driving or walking distance and who feel compelled to see for themselves what Kin described. Their motivations are mixed. Some are motivated purely by curiosity, some hope to vindicate Kin, and others want the fame of landing a scoop before anyone else. A second group consists of amateur investigators and urban explorers, people who routinely document off-limit sites and post their findings. Local residents have played a surprising role. In the days after the release, multiple people who live near the park began posting short clips to social platforms showing boundary markers, locked gates, and the occasional park ranger car. These uploads are modest: handheld phone videos of scrubland, a rusted sign warning of restricted access, a narrow trail leading down toward a small pool of water, but their cumulative effect is significant. They give would-be visitors a basic sense of the terrain, the access points, and the distances involved. For many online viewers, these short local clips served as reconnaissance, helping plan routes that would avoid the most heavily monitored entrances. The rush to the site has also generated concern. Conservationists and some local residents have begged visitors not to trample fragile vegetation or to contaminate water sources. The Metropolitan Natural Park's official message that the bunker area is restricted continues to echo through comment threads and local community boards, and many conscientious would-be documentarians pledge to comply with the rules, filming from permitted vantage points, sharing footage responsibly, and reporting any genuinely hazardous observations to authorities rather than posting sensational content. Online reaction has been predictable and intense. Posts announcing planned excursions accumulate thousands of comments. Some cheer the effort, others warn against interference, and a growing faction advocates for bringing the footage to competent scientists rather than letting it play out as viral content. Several small teams have even announced plans to live stream their attempts, promising real-time updates while urging viewers to stay patient and not to travel to the site themselves. Meanwhile, the footage locals have uploaded paints an ambiguous picture. Short clips of the shoreline near the small body of water show ripples and dark shapes beneath the surface, but the camera angles are usually too distant and the resolution too low to offer definitive proof of anything anomalous. Walk-through shots of trails and fences reveal no visible signs of recent disturbance, although some viewers insist they can see subtle marks on the mud or oddly depressed grass where something might have rested. The most compelling uploads are time-lapse sequences posted by a handful of residents who have set stationary cameras facing the pool. These clips occasionally show slight shifts in surface patterns or suggestive shapes moving beneath, but none provide the kind of close-up, high-resolution evidence that would satisfy serious skeptics. That ambiguity fuels both hope and caution. For those who want to believe, every new clip is a possible confirmation. For those who demand proof, the same footage is circumstantial at best. This tension has shaped the tone of the larger effort. While many teams plan to go in person, a not insubstantial number resolve to act only as observers, filming from legal vantage points or flying drones above permitted altitudes, and then turning over raw footage to independent labs for analysis. The coming days and weeks are likely to show whether these citizen efforts yield anything significant. If a clear close-up of the entity surfaces, the implications would be enormous. It would transform a viral story into a matter for formal scientific inquiry and official oversight. If nothing is found, however, the pattern will repeat itself. Disappointment, conspiracy claims, and renewed questions about the power and limits of viral spectacle. Either way, the episode demonstrates how a single social media narrative can turn ordinary people into investigators and public green spaces into contested landscapes of curiosity and concern.
You what, mate?
Yeah.